Hi, everyone. We are back. We are the Shady Box podcast. My name is Eileen.
I'm
I'm
Tiara.
Victoria.
Whoop. And I'm Candace.
All right. So we kind of dropped off a little bit. We took some space from the podcast. We loved working on this, but we did have, a lot of life stuff come up and we all just needed some time to like really get ourselves together. But we're back and we wanted to do kind of a welcome back episode, just something to kind of let you know like, hey, this is some of the things we were dealing with and we're doing okay. We exist. We're still here. The Rona has not taken us.
Thank God.
Um, so I don't know if any of my ladies want to start first with just a little life update, or would you like me to go?
You can start if you desire.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start anyway since I'm already talking. Uh, so for me at least, a lot of transitioning was happening at work. There, we had a whole new system. I work in healthcare, and it was just a huge project. Plus, my department is merging with a completely different department, and you know how that goes. Not only that, but also school, and getting really everything under control and coordinated. Not to mention, now I am dealing with some family members who are currently sick, but everything is manageable now. And long distance relationship, just a whole bunch of stuff. But everything is kind of, simmered down. And I think right now is a good time to get back into it. That you
Mm.
ladies.
I feel like mine's is heavy. Mine's real heavy. Uh, so I had two major surgeries. I I keep saying I lost my last remaining grandparent. That's not true. I lost my last remaining grandparent on my mother's side. She lost her last parent. My father's mother is still alive. So I don't know why I keep doing that. I love her. I promise. I love this person. I don't mean to just keep saying that. Um, what else happened? Yeah, I took a flight during COVID right after one of my surgeries and ended up in this weird quarantine circle in another country, which doesn't feel like another country because where my family's from, but that's not how they treated me over there. That's a whole different story. I'm not gonna get into everything that happened, but I did spend a lot of time reevaluating just the good and bads in my life, and during this pandemic, it gave probably not just me, but maybe a lot of people a chance to like slow down, which I'm incapable of doing without being forced, and it really taught me to like step back and to breathe a little bit. The surgeries also told me that I had to stop doing everything because that's just kind of how they're designed to work. Uh, I've been working nonstop on the computer, uh, whether it's trying to like figure out when we're going to start this back up, doing other projects. I've been working on my music a little bit again, which has been nice. I've been painting. I've been trying to find ways to kind of like quell anxiety, and I just feel more connected to things that fulfill me. I feel like I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff, but like I'm just not gonna jump into it. That's kind of like what's been going on with me personally since we've last communicated and did the podcast.
Thank you, Candace.
So, um, I started my end of the year, like late October, early November, moving out of my parents' house.
Woo!
And that was exciting.
Yes.
Um, and then my grandmother passed away. And she's actually my last grandparent that I had. And I don't really know I don't really know how I'm dealing with it. I just kind of stay busy. I kind of just I don't know. She was sick for a long time, and over the years it progressed. And so I think in my mind, I kind of psyched myself out to be like, she's still here because it's easier to just be like, oh, I can't go see her because they're not letting people go see their family members in the hospital and stuff like that. I mean, some days is like, I miss her, and some days I'm like, man, she ain't gone. um, I started working, and I thank God for putting a job in my life because it kept me busy. It kept me like, I had to learn new skills and I had to use old skills, and it just kept me on my toes and not thinking about stuff.
I think we bonded a lot over that too. Like it was literally like a 2 week span between both of us
Yeah.
losing her. I remember.
I actually think it was a week span because I was already South Carolina when your granddad passed.
Oh yeah, I think I was in Barbados when you were in.
Yeah.
Right? I got back and you were leaving to go. Yeah, you're right. I remember
And
like us
I
calling
was
each other every
calling
day.
Candace. I was like, because I just feel, I don't know. I came back here. I guess I had did whatever I could just over there, and it kind of just. I came back. I was like, okay, it's grind time. I gotta just grind. I gotta get a job. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Now my new resolutions, I guess, are I'm gonna be in my own apartment before the new year is over because I am appreciative of this opportunity. But one thing I learned is I don't know how to live with people, um, which is weird because I had my parents all of my life, but I can't live with people. Feeling everyone's energy, feeling not being capable of being emotional because you don't know how, you don't want to put anyone else through what you're going through or make them feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, something I learned about this process is not everybody can be like you, and not everybody's as considerate as I am.
You want to elaborate a little bit?
Just like I am like a super nurturing person. I'm a super like cool, calm, and collected person. And some people are not all, like fully like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm only child, but I find it that the older I get, I kind of just gravitate. If I have to gravitate to people, then I do. And I go into situations wanting family oriented situations. And some people ain't like that. Some people are just like,
my space.
I, me, myself, I do me, you can't do like it's if it means that they get to be uncomfortable, then they not with the shit. And I get that. But at the same time, I don't if I'm paying high ass rent. So. You're the last one.
I'm the last one. So just been busy with holidays, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. My daughter's birthday, she turned 4. She's 4 years old now. I
get a job.
Apologize for her yelling. She's so loud sometimes. It's just the amount of voice that's in her tiny chest cavity is exponentially unbalanced. Anyway,
she's a lot of personality for sure. She's a lot of energy.
It's a very loud personality. Unfortunately, I gave that to her. So yeah. But just been very busy doing the mom thing, doing, all of that. There have been struggles that I don't really want to get into right now. But a lot of struggling, a lot of bad days, but a lot of good days as well. I've also decided to kind of establish myself in my career. So I'm working my way towards doing nails full time. This is my recent set.
Ooh.
I love them.
I said it
These are
once.
2
I'll say
weeks
it
old. They're
again.
not even fresh. These are 2 weeks old, and they're still strong as all hell. So job well done. And I'm looking to go into real estate. I'm going to be getting my real estate license and doing all of that. Hopefully, I'll be like this huge house flipping mogul, and I'll have a house somewhere on the beach, somewhere, or maybe in the woods, in like Montana or something, with the bison and on a bison farm. Who knows? But
So I
I'm
said this
just trying to
before and I'll say
elevate.
it again. One, about time that you got your nail business off the ground. And two, I'll help you study for your exam.
A bison.
And by help you study, I'm just gonna call you and be like, "Did you read chapter 12 yet?" That's all.
Be
Exactly.
like, yes, I did. I read
Okay.
chapter 12 and a half.
I'm gonna ask
Danny's
you.
gonna
I'm
give
gonna
you a
ask you.
book, and then she's just gonna be like, "Hey, so we'll read it together." And
I
then
was
three
looking to
hours
see
later,
like,
"Hey, I finished the book. Did you
That's
see I
facts.
highlighted everything? I wrote like a 14-page thesis. I
Right.
really
That's me. That's me. I was looking to see if I had my old real estate book on the shelf, but I think Chris moved a bunch of my books because they were just collected. They were just. He was like, "You did you read those ones yet?" I'm like, "Yeah, I need more."
And my cousin actually just went into real estate in Florida. He lives near Orlando.
That's
So
awesome.
he's been helping me get, like, trying to give me a general idea
Tell him to
about.
get me a house in Wynwood, and I'll be very happy.
Listen, he's sending me business cards. All of y'all are gonna have houses in Florida by the end of the year. I mean,
absolutely not. I refuse.
I'm good on that.
you don't
I'm
have
good
to
on
live in
that.
it. Nobody said you have to live in it. I just said you'll have a house down there.
Okay.
I don't
Airbnb
want a
that
house
baby.
here. Nope.
So
Wynwood is it.
So my whole thing, right? Like I wouldn't mind owning property over there and then just having, renting it out, Airbnb or renting it out in general, like for, people in general, families and stuff like that. Because I do have family over there and it's a pretty easy, like flight and it's not as expensive. But I personally cannot relocate to Florida. It's not an area in which calls my corazon, if you will.
Understood.
I mean, so
I'm trying to
far,
move to France like tomorrow. France or Bali, like those are like that's where I'm trying to go.
I
I
want to go to
mean,
Switzerland. I just want to, just a whole different state.
Switzerland,
I'd love to move to Switzerland. Yes.
Switzerland is ideal, like a place to live. It's so
Right?
wonderful. It's amazing. First of all, just the work life balance is chef's kiss, baby. Like it's perfection. It's perfection. I'm over here shuffling cards like I'm not doing a podcast. I'm just giving away my anxiety hacks. I'm like, this is how I quell all of my stress.
Yeah, no, like I want to go. Switzerland is safe. It's so pretty. It's not.
It's not. What is this? What is that? Oh, okay, got you, got you. I was like, I'm not sure what this means. Ooh, whole dance.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're back again. All right, sorry.
Ooh, my God.
Listen, if Backstreet Boys forever lives in my soul, I will literally go down swinging for them. Come for me, NSYNC fans.
I got you. Hold on, what we doing? No.
I mean, honestly, I was making that face too because I was just watching on YouTube. A certain member of NSYNC who shall remain nameless, and he was on MTV doing a medley of his songs, and then they had a reunion, and then I was just like,
Remember, I just wanted to cause controversy. And like these girls were like, "Oh my God, you sing! Oh my God, Backstreet Boys!" I'm like, "But what about IMX though?" They were like, "Who?" I'm like, "You right. You right. That's not 98 Degrees. That's not even almost the third. But IMX was that group. Immature? What?
I mean, they were B2K before B2K. I
They
do
were
give you that.
B2K.
But
But it's still in sync though. Sorry, Eileen.
I only know one IMX song, just one.
I used to know all of them. Now I can't tell you a title to save my. I couldn't tell you an IMX title. I truly could not. If they were like, say an IMX title right now or die, I'd be like, I'm dying.
We're on the same boat. Like
Same.
on the same boat. But see, my boys, you know, true, like they took a little break, but they came back. I no longer work for this company, so I'm but I called out of work to sleep over in the park to see them for a free concert. And then the following year saw them in concert.
I didn't miss free concerts. Oh my God.
I love the Backstreet Boys, okay? I absolutely adore them. I love them. They speak to my heart and my soul. You know, NSYNC, like they have a few songs.
No, they have bops, baby. They have don't do that. Don't do that.
They have
a whole vibe, baby. A whole vibe. What do you mean?
But you have to understand, though, I am an emo kid at heart, okay? So if your songs are not pulling at my heartstrings...
An emo kid at heart.
Yeah. Like,
so we need to push both of those bands aside, and we need to, like, talk about something completely... We need to talk about the whole Fueled by Ramen lineup, is what you're saying. My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Paramore, Panic at the Disco, and then the off-brand bands. I shouldn't call them that. But then the off-brand bands.
She just called them the generic brand.
She said the store brand.
99-cent store brand bands. That's what you said.
Said the band you could get at Dollar Tree. Just Jesus.
She said metric. That's what she said.
That's crazy.
What band are you talking about, Eileen, besides Backstreet Boys?
Oh no, like Backstreet Boys is like childhood. Like I can't even begin. Like I love them so much that movie that they, like, most of them were in On the Line. No, that's actually NSYNC that was on that movie, On the Line.
A whole vibe. You don't even know. You
know, Backstreet Boys, like, I'll give it to you. I like them both, but Backstreet Boys always had my heart because I had every single CD, every single thing. Like all of those were like just really like emotional love songs. And I'm like, who hurt you? And then I'm like, I'm hurt too. And I'm like 8 years old. What is happening? For no reason. For absolutely no reason.
Okay. So the band or group or singer or song that changed your life as a kid, like the first song that you remember being like, oh, this song speaks to me. Everybody has to say it.
Okay, I need to go last because I have a lot of contemplating to do right
now. I'm going through a whole list.
You start in Vicky. Wow. We're starting with Vicky though.
Fair. That's so not fair.
We'll come back. Okay, so whoever goes first gets to choose two. So you start with one, and we'll come back to you. Yeah,
I'm gonna choose. I guess I'll choose first because there is a whole video out here on VHS of me 1 year old with a potato chip. It was a onion. It was a onion and something potato chip. I was out here fucking it up.
Details.
TLC. What about your friends? I have no friends. I was just right.
No friends.
God, she brought TLC. Lord,
if TLC ever see this, just know when Left Eye Die, I cry for a week. That's how real it is.
A week. As a week is a long time.
Wow. I can't do this. This is like a loaded question that I have no answer. Not a single answer.
I can't think of anything. Okay.
Because honestly, like if we're gonna go, like I want to say Britney Spears.
Mm-hmm.
And then like emotionally speaking, I can literally picture myself singing with a hairbrush, like Lucky, and I don't understand. Like, why was I like that though?
That's really my song though.
Why was I like this? Okay, why was I like this? And not only that, but I don't know if you guys had Spice World on VHS.
Oh my god!
But
yep, absolutely.
Girl, okay. I just want you to understand, all right, that for whatever reason, all right, I would alternate, but it was always, I was always posh. Never understood why. I would wrap a towel around me because she always wore just the dresses.
Yeah.
And that was it. I would wear my mom's heels.
Mhm.
My mother would always find me in heels. If you see any pictures of me as a child, I am in a tank top, underwear, and heels.
Little Miss House. She was like, I'm
That's
fixing
it.
my arch, mommy. I'm making sure my arch is perfect. That's
Like,
what it was, huh?
That was it. My mother will tell you, my mother will testify that I had an obsession with just putting her heels on, and it all came from Posh Spice. I just wanted to be her.
That's
Okay.
hilarious. I was Scary Spice without
Personally,
trying. My mom always
I
put my
think
hair
I
in like
wanted to
corkscrews.
be Scary Spice, and maybe I am just as scary as Scary Spice now.
Oh
I just don't
wow,
have the hair.
that's
First of
toxic.
all,
But I feel you. I understand.
have you guys seen
That is terrible.
Have you
Yeah.
guys seen Scary Spice? How gorgeous she still looks.
Yes.
Yeah, when you're evil, you don't age. So,
I
the stories of the way people say she treats them, I'm like, oh, she sounds evil. It's a vibe.
She's scary. Like,
She's
apparently.
just like, I'm not gonna let nobody like shit on me. So she's a vibe. I'm like, if it keeps you young, it's a vibe.
girl power.
I think
I
the
did go through a
song
very
for
brief. I did go through a very brief stage for Sporty Spice. Very brief.
very brief.
I had the
Yeah,
Sporty
because then I
Spice.
realized I couldn't do the flips. So
I asked my parents to get me a Spice Girl doll because I went to someone's house and they had Scary Spice, and I was jealous. And
Oh.
then my parents got me Sporty Spice instead, and I was just like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?"
Oh no. All I can hear is you wanna. That's what I'm doing after this is over.
This is what my shoulders do every time I hear it.
I tell people all the time. I say, you know, the song is a banger when like you go back into that '90s bop.
Yep.
I think the song for me as a kid, like from a band, that I was just like, oh my god, was "Don't Want to Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith. I think that song changed my life. That song was so sad and so powerful, and just Steven Tyler, guys, like.
Yeah.
He's a powerhouse of a skeleton. I just gotta say.
She's like this skeleton. I can't.
But I don't want to close my eyes. Yo, come on, man. That song is a classic. Like, it's just
It is.
being 8-year-old Candace was just like, I don't want to miss nothing, Bobby. It was that song for me, man.
Oh my god! If we're really talking about like his pipes, what song? What song is that? Dream On.
Oh my god.
Oh, every time. First of all, every time I hear it in like any type of show,
Yeah.
or like when they did it in Glee, I was like, oh my god, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna. And then
Who sang the high notes? Who sang it? I don't remember who sang
that
it.
was Mr. Shu and
Neil Patrick Harris? No.
Neil Patrick
Yeah, it
Harris.
was. Yep.
And I was just like, okay,
Goodness.
it did him justice. But like every time that song comes on for any like singing competitions, I'm just there like,
The anticipation.
you know, as they go up, you're going up with them, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't. It just it is.
There's so many albums.
Yeah, you
Okay,
guys are just so amazing. I love y'all.
Right.
Vicky, what's yours?
One of mine as a kid that I remember that always was. Okay, hold on a second. Here, say hi really quick. Say hi.
Okay, fine.
Hi.
Bye.
Okay, say bye.
She said, okay, fine.
Say bye.
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 Go in your room. I'll be there soon.
Say hi really quickly. Okay, fine.
It's okay. Go. So sorry about that. Yeah, one of the songs that I definitely remember as a kid that for some reason just gave me a very, very warm feeling in my belly, and it just tasted like you just finished Thanksgiving dinner, which is gonna sound really weird when I say it, is Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue.
Oh,
It's a much toner down than their typical songs. They're your typical 80s rock. It's just about going home. But what's really weird is that like what they're talking about, I never really felt at home, if that makes sense. But I guess that's
like
why I like it so much, because I'm just like, that must sound nice. That must sound nice.
That made me really sad, actually.
It's just a really like warm feeling. It's just kind of like a man talking about coming home to his woman and his kids. That's hot.
That kind of reminds me of the Daughtry song, Home.
Yes. It gives me the same vibes. Exactly.
Yeah.
It definitely gives, that vibes.
I love Tiara's face as she tries to figure out what the songs are.
Yes.
I haven't listened to Daughtry in a long time. Like I go through phases in music. I feel like the real nostalgia comes from all of my, all of my teen years. That's when I listen to Daughtry, or I listen to One Republic, or I listen to The Fray, or and then I just be crying.
All your indie
always
pop,
gets me.
alternative
The Fray
pop
can
rock.
make me cry. Like,
yo, if I hear, let me tell you something. Grey's Anatomy, they have ruined this one song. Anytime I hear this song,
Stay alive.
anytime I
Yes!
hear it,
So long, I lost a friend somewhere alone in the
just you singing it, I want to cry. Like, stop.
Right, because when that song comes on, you know someone's gonna die.
I can't, man. I can't.
It's really how my tears be. They be at slow motion.
I got to talk about the WB, because that's what it was. The WB's teen dramas, the soundtracks that they would have on these shows.
Yeah.
I would wait for the show to finish just to see what song it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, tell me what song that is.
You did that too. I did that.
I used to be like, let me write that down because I can't search for it.
One
yet.
Tree Hill and all them. Also, Laguna Beach on MTV has some really good jams.
Laguna Beach. No.
Yes, no.
I see. I wasn't super into like those types of show, but you said One Tree Hill, and you just pulled on the heartstrings. The OC, all of
Dawson's Creek.
And then you had to wait for the episode to end. You know what was the worst thing was when they would go by so fast.
Yeah.
And this was, before pausing, for the younger generation.
Yeah.
Before pausing,
you would have to wait for a rerun just to catch it.
Yeah.
So bad. So bad. Or if you could afford it, they would actually come out with the CDs.
Yeah.
For One Tree they did, and I was just like, I will never forget. I literally bought the whole CD just for Jack's Mannequin, the mixtape. The whole CD. Oh
my god!
Just for that song.
I was just thinking about Hillary Burton. Is it Hillary Burton? I don't think that's her last name anymore because she married the guy who played the father on Dean Morgan something. He played the father in Supernatural.
Oh,
he's
my
vegan.
God, he's so sexy.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, that's right. And he was that was like season 2, right? Season 2 or season 3.
I love him so much. He's so fine.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. He's aging very well.
Yeah.
They have 3 kids together, or 2 kids together, or something like that.
I was watching mad videos at work today, even though I didn't. It took that's the only thing that I love is watching stuff on YouTube, because I know that I'm gonna have to pause it so many times that it runs throughout the entire day because I have to keep working. Mm-hmm. But I was watching mad ER clips, mad Grey's Anatomy clips, and I realized
put ER.
I realized that they are the same show damn near. They have killed off every character on that show. And I was just like, I was like almost crying. And I was just like, I can't. I grew up watching ER. And then when Grey's Anatomy came, oh my God. It was like my mother never missed an episode.
Have you guys watched Good Doctor? That's pretty good.
I was watching that and then I stopped.
Yeah, I started and then I stopped. Did they keep their day?
I don't know. I know I stopped watching it. I don't even know if it's still on the air. Is it still on the air?
They're about to start season 4 if they haven't already started.
Okay. It's a really good concept.
It's a really good show. I genuinely like it. I
really good.
I did, but I also have like 3,000 shows.
Right.
And I just can't keep up.
Yeah, me neither.
Cannot keep up.
I haven't finished Sabrina. I haven't finished Supernatural.
It ended pretty
First of all, get your tissues ready. You're not ready for this. You're not. No one. I was not ready. At least I was not ready for it. Even though I already knew it was going to happen, I watched the episode delayed. I was not ready for it. And in my opinion, they did him dirty. Okay, but we're not going to talk about that.
Are we talking about it?
We're not talking about it.
I am not. I'm not watching for another 3 months.
What show is this? What show are we talking about?
What? Who? But on a serious note, I cried for 3 straight days and We're Only Black.
We're Only Black.
At the
Wait, what show? Eileen, you froze.
Cried for 3 straight days. 3 straight days cried.
I need to know the name of the show. What show is this?
The Vampire Diaries.
Yes.
Aside from reading all those books in high school, okay, I read all those books. All right,
I didn't read that.
I read everything that she wrote. I read The Vampire Diaries. I read The Secret Circle, and then when she came out with Stefan's Diaries, I read those too. There was
a Stefan's Diaries. I would probably read that.
The Secret Circle that was on the CW. Good. That was my. And then they were gone. So I was like.
So
I read the book, The Secret Circle.
My whole thing with The Secret Circle, the books were phenomenal. The show, if you did not read the book, I think the show was great if you didn't read the books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But for the Vampire Diaries, is anyone gonna watch the Vampire Diaries or hasn't watched it?
I watched up to season 6 and then I fell off, or season 5 and fell off.
I am a huge fan of Vampire Diaries. I'm a huge fan. I rewatched the whole thing, that and originals during quarantine when I wasn't working. I just rewatched the whole series.
I need to do that. I need to watch it because I definitely didn't.
That death at the end. It affected me tremendously. So much so that
every death affected me tremendously.
No.
Yeah, a lot of people die on there.
I completely fell in love with the character, okay? When I tell you fell in love with the character, it was really, really bad, okay? Because no matter what he did in the show, in my head, it was all justified.
So it was a guy
honestly, who died. So
there were certain things that I don't think was justified. I think there were certain things that, he could have done differently, but given the circumstances that this particular character was in at that particular time, it's just kind of like, hey, you can sympathize, but I'm just like, nah, he didn't.
No. He was a tortured soul. Everything had to happen the way that it went down. It was poetic. His death, I understand it now after a couple years of contemplation and coming to terms with it.
I'm gonna assume it was Damon. Was it Damon that passed away? Because the way you guys are talking about it makes me think it was Damon, and that's the person that I love the most in the show. So
no, we're actually not talking about Damon. Oh,
so it wasn't Damon. Okay, all right.
But you know what? That still hits me pretty hard though. Is his best friend.
Oh yeah, the girl.
Because it happened so
that was
early
Stefan's
on,
best friend.
and then she just kept becoming a reoccurring character, which I think really sucked. Because if she became, streamed into the main storyline, I think there would have been there's a lot of creativity there. But they just killed her off so quickly. It was just one of those characters where it's just like, hey, here's this really cool person, and now they're gone.
Look at us
So
being
cool.
critics. I love it. Let's criticize everything.
So I actually saw an interview after where even Ian Somerhalder, who played Damon, he was just like that. He even kind of disagreed with the ending, and he felt like, you know,
was it anticlimactic or something?
no, it was not. It was
It was just it was devastating. Now I want to watch it.
100% devastating for me, at least. Like, I was absolutely distraught. Okay, when I tell you that I cried for this character as much as I would probably cry for like a family member's death, like it was so bad.
No, I get
also, if anyone out there watching is a therapist, consider this my first session with you. Because I should not have been affected the way that I was affected.
You know whose death really got me like that though? Rick's.
Hey, Rick and what?
Rick's. When he first and then
Rick's. And what?
And then what's her face? Used Bonnie.
Oh,
to go revive him. But like that whole scene where they were just saying bye, like one after the other, that was just like, oh my, they're just dragging this shit out. This is just torture at this point.
Wait, who? In my head, I'm like, wait.
The history teacher? Yes, Alaric.
Oh, okay, I know you're talking about.
Wait, Alaric didn't die? No.
Remember when
the Gemini twins.
What's her face? Tried to make him into like a super vampire hunter, and he's just like, I'm not gonna turn. And they were like, wait, what?
So Alaric dies like so many times, but doesn't die because of the ring.
No, not that time. I'm talking about the real time.
We're just giving out details. I like it.
No. Right. Insert spoilers. No, wait. Alaric is with the Gemini twins. He starts the institution, and hence legacies.
He's in legacies. But I'm saying when Klaus's mom came back, she failed with Michael because they killed Michael, right? And then she's like, well, I'm gonna make this super weapon. So she turned the white oak stake with the silver whatever, and then she tried to kill Alaric. Yeah, that scene was just drawn out for no reason.
But
like we don't have to see him sitting in a cemetery and then him saying bye to everybody.
Do I need to rewatch this whole show right now?
I'm about to rewatch it because I didn't know that he could die. Because I knew the ring kept him alive. You know what? We're not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna watch it. That's what we're gonna do. Jesus, I get highly invested in characters, so to protect my heart and my soul, I pick and choose what I decide to watch. I'm just like,
speaking of highly invested, Law and Order is bringing Stabler back, and then he get his own show, and I'm excited.
Okay, so I super dropped off of Law and Order when he left. I was just like,
but it was still good. It just didn't have his fine ass blue eyes.
No, I was like, if it's not both of them, I don't want it. That's what I was like. I don't want it. I'm off.
My grandma loves Law and Order.
Law and Order is probably older than me. How long has Law and Order been on?
It is.
Law and Order is older than all of us.
I think it's been on.
If I'm the oldest, it is older than me.
21 or 22 years. It's been on 21 or 22 years.
First of all, Candace, you know you're.
Well, that's only SVU because I don't know the original one.
Yeah, it's been on as long as I can remember.
Yeah, I always remember my grandma be staying up till midnight watching Law and Order. I'm like, Nana, go to bed. Damn.
There's certain things that I know.
Late at night.
There were certain things as a kid that I knew I was up too late. If MASH came on, I knew it was time to go to bed. Right?
Yo, Saturday, an infomercial came on, and I was like, "Oh, time to go sleep."
Let's see what else. The 700 Club.
Yeah.
Anyone remember that? Yeah. The 700 Club. I was just like, what is this? or like if you would have the CD ad that repeated over and over again.
Yeah.
With love songs.
Mm-hmm. If
Oh my God, I
BET
hated
Uncut
those.
came on, I was definitely up too late. I needed to be asleep 4 hours ago. 6 hours ago. I should have been asleep. I should have been asleep already.
Uncut.
If
She's like,
Frasier came
oh.
on, I knew it was time to go to bed. And then it got to the point where I started like enjoying Frasier. I was just like, I'm not going to sleep. We're watching
On
Frasier tonight.
weekdays as a kid, if I Dream of Jeannie or Bewitched came on, I was like, damn, it's already 11 o'clock, huh? God.
Whenever
Like, Mom, you're not on it. You're not on it at all, Mom. You need to turn TV off. I gotta go to sleep.
Cheers. Whenever Cheers get all those
That's
Taxi,
my show. Taxi.
Yeah.
Cheers
all
was my
Three's
show.
Company.
We're old.
I
We're
love
telling our
Three's
age.
Company.
We
I
met
mean,
it.
this stuff still come on now, right?
Oh my God! Wait, what was that one?
It was above it.
What was that one with the two women? Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley.
She's really
Three's-
Jackie Brown, bro. No,
Oh.
what's it called? No, Coach, and it's this other show. Is it called Jackie Brown? I don't know what it's called. It's not Jackie Brown. What is it called?
If you don't know, we don't know, Mama.
Oh my God! I
Man,
love.
we telling our age, bro.
Yeah,
I
pretty
didn't even
much.
like sports, but Coach is my shit.
We definitely we lost anyone who was born 2000 and up. Like we lost them.
Can I tell you
It's
tell
true.
you that my heart broke when I saw a TikTok that this guy was trying to buy alcohol and he was trying to show his ID and they're like, oh, I can see the one from there. And I was like, the one from there? And I was just like, oh, you right. Anybody under the age of 21 at this point is born in the 2000s. And I was just like, oh, I'm old. We're the last decade with a 1 in our year.
We are. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm about to whole lie.
I
at this
was
point.
like, I was literally watching something that said in the late 1900s. I said, what? Wait, I was born in the late 1900s. I was born in the late 1900s. I'm old. I'm ancient. I'm ancient now.
Oh my gosh.
And
Somebody-
now that we have sufficiently not only told our age, also
Sufficiently.
right, sufficiently. Like, just told everyone our age and just decided, we're gonna go down
The spiral.
this nostalgic spiral of age shaming.
We're fine wine, guys. We're fine wine.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
We're fine
100%,
wine.
darling. I still got a little kick in me.
What accent is that, ma'am? What accent was
I
that?
have no idea.
It sounded a little British, so I'm just gonna I'm just gonna do
Right,
over
but
here.
see, like you could probably pinpoint like which like city and stuff. But could you do that? Like if we just have
Yeah.
accent? Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna do that one time, guys.
Did I say yes? I mean no.
All right, so I think this is a good time to,
Go to bed? Me
close
too.
the box.
Am I also showing my age? What time is it? It's like it's time for sleep now. I have to tutor somebody now.
Oh yeah, I gotta drink some warm milk before I go to bed.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, absolutely
Oh,
not. No, I can't do that. No.
She a whole baby. All you need is a baby bottle with a nipple now. You a whole child.
Oh,
It's so funny. I be asking people to burp me since my surgery because I can't do it myself yet. I be over here eating whole meals too fast. I would be like, can somebody burp me? Chris and my mom, and they just be looking at me like, you have to figure out, we got to grow an extra arm, Mama, and do it yourself.
And now, because of this, someone is going to invent like a little extra arm burping thing.
Yeah.
You're welcome. This is where it started. Candace.
I could probably make it myself if I tried hard enough. I don't have the time.
All
Anyway,
right, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this episode. We're going to be back with a lot more content. Today was just a little free. We'll bring you back some hot topics, if you will.
some hot topics.
So, to sign off, I'm Eileen.
I'm Victoria.
I'm Sierra.
I'm Candace.
All right, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Follow us on all of our social media. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.